What if I told you that 1 teaspoon of oil and a few crushed cloves could quietly change how your body performs, rests, and even connects with your partner? I'm Dr. Justin Keller, and today I'm showing you a powerful natural remedy that thousands of men over 60 are rediscovering. It's simple, affordable, and backed by science. I'll explain how cloves and olive oil, when used the right way, can support your circulation, hormone balance, sleep quality, and even male vitality. This is not a supplement ad. This is about giving your body what it understands, real, natural compounds that work with your biology, not against it. In this video, we're going deep into why energy and drive drop sharply after 60, the forgotten power of cloves, and how they've been used for centuries in men's health, how olive oil can help support testosterone, heart function, and mental clarity, a step-by-step guide to prepare and use this remedy at home, when to expect results, and who should avoid it. Stay with me until the end, because the first step I share is the one most men get wrong, and it's the key to making this work. If you're ready to feel a bit stronger, sharper, and more alive, without pills, side effects, or empty promises, you're in the right place. And before we start, tell me where you're watching from in the comments below. I'd love to know where this message is reaching. Like this video and subscribe to the Glowing Age channel. It helps me bring more practical, honest lessons to men who want to age with purpose, not in silence. Let's get started. The forgotten power of nature, cloves and olive oil. Let's talk about cloves and olive oil. Separately, they're powerful. Together, they create something remarkable, especially for men over 60 who feel like their strength isn't quite what it used to be. Cloves aren't just for spicing up holiday desserts. They've been used for centuries in traditional medicine across India, China, and the Middle East for a reason. What makes them special is a compound called eugenol. This single compound is anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, and supports healthy circulation. And circulation is everything when we're talking about energy, heart health, and yes, erectile function. Now here's the problem. As we age, nitric oxide production in the body naturally drops. Nitric oxide is crucial for relaxing blood vessels. Less of it means less blood flow, less stamina, and slower recovery. The antioxidants in cloves, especially eugenol, help reduce oxidative stress and inflammation, supporting the inner lining of blood vessels, the endothelium, which is essential for proper dilation and function. And when your blood vessels are working better, everything downstream works better too. Now let's bring in olive oil, what the ancient Greeks called liquid gold. They weren't exaggerating. High-quality extra virgin olive oil is packed with monounsaturated fats that directly benefit your cardiovascular system. It improves HDL cholesterol, the good kind, and lowers LDL oxidation, which can damage artery walls. Why does that matter to you? Because the same arteries that go to your heart are the ones that go everywhere else. A study published in the journal Endocrine showed that men who consumed olive oil regularly had significantly higher testosterone levels compared to those who didn't. It's not magic, it's chemistry. Olive oil helps the body absorb fat-soluble vitamins, supports hormone production, and reduces internal inflammation, which is one of the silent killers of male vitality. Now here's where it gets interesting. When cloves are infused in olive oil, you're essentially combining two circulatory powerhouses. One improves the quality of your blood vessels. The other helps your heart push blood through them efficiently. The result? Improved energy, better sleep, stronger libido, and often a renewed sense of confidence. And that's not just theory, I've seen it. Patient after patient, once skeptical, reports small but meaningful changes after just a couple of weeks using this at night. This isn't a substitute for lifestyle changes, medications, or addressing deeper health issues. But for many men over 60, it's a gentle, natural nudge in the right direction. You don't need exotic supplements or high-risk treatments to start feeling like yourself again. Sometimes it's the forgotten remedies, passed down from grandmothers and village doctors, that offer the most honest results. And the best part? You're in full control. No appointments, no side effects, just 2 ingredients, a little consistency, and a reminder that aging doesn't mean fading. It means refining. What happens in your body after 60? and why you feel slower. Ever notice how you don't bounce back the way you used to? You eat the same, sleep the same, but the results feel different. As a urologist, I hear it all the time. Doc, I'm not sick, but I'm not myself either. That middle ground, the quiet fatigue, the loss of edge, the softer muscles, the dips in drive, that's the real battle of aging most men face. Here's what's actually happening in your body after 60. First, your testosterone levels begin a slow, steady decline, about 1% per year starting in your 30s. But after 60, the drop becomes more noticeable. Testosterone isn't just about sex drive. It affects muscle mass, bone density, fat distribution, mood, mental clarity, and yes, how much horsepower you've got left under the hood. And it's not just testosterone. Nitric oxide production, the molecule responsible for expanding blood vessels, also plummets with age. Less nitric oxide means poorer circulation. Blood doesn't move as freely, which affects your heart, your brain, your stamina, and your erections. This isn't dysfunction, it's biology. Your body simply isn't delivering nutrients and oxygen the way it once did. At the same time, your metabolism slows. You don't burn fuel the way you used to, which means even a small imbalance in diet or activity shows up as belly fat. That visceral fat, the kind that builds up around your waist, isn't just cosmetic, it's metabolically active. It produces inflammation and disrupts hormonal balance, lowering testosterone further and speeding up the aging cycle. Then there's oxidative stress. Think of it like rust building up in your system. Years of exposure to processed foods, environmental toxins, chronic stress, and poor sleep accumulate. Your cells can't repair themselves as quickly. Muscles don't recover. Joints stiffen. Energy dips become more common and longer lasting. And here's something most men aren't told. Your circulatory system is often the canary in the coal mine. Erectile quality is a direct reflection of vascular health. If things aren't working well there, it could be an early sign that something's off elsewhere. Your heart, your blood pressure, even your insulin levels. But here's the part I want you to hold on to. This isn't irreversible. The decline is real, but so is your body's capacity to adapt and recover, even in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. I've seen men in their late 60s walk into my office exhausted, stiff, and withdrawn. We make a few changes, nutritional tweaks, better sleep hygiene, a little movement, and targeted natural support, and suddenly they feel awake again. Not young necessarily, but fully present. That's the goal. Your body is talking to you. Slower mornings, increased stiffness, reduced desire, afternoon crashes. These are signals. Not signs of failure, but signs that your engine needs a different kind of fuel and care. This is where natural remedies like cloves and olive oil come into play. They're not a cure-all, but they help support exactly the systems aging begins to chip away at. Hormone balance, circulation, inflammation control, and cellular repair. When you feel slower, you're not broken. You're running on an old operating system. But just like software, your biology can be upgraded. You just need to give it the right inputs. Because life after 60 doesn't have to feel like a slow fade. Not if you know what's really going on under the surface and how to respond to it. Why cloves are a secret weapon for men's health. If I had to pick one spice that's wildly underestimated when it comes to men's health, especially after 60, it's cloves. Most people think of them as just a holiday seasoning, something you stick in a ham or sprinkle in mulled wine. But as a doctor, when I look at cloves, I see a dense source of compounds that support the exact systems aging tends to wear down. Circulation, hormones, digestion, and inflammation. Let's start with the core. Cloves are loaded with a powerful compound called eugenol. This isn't just an antioxidant. It's one of the most bioactive natural chemicals studied in plant-based medicine. Eugenol helps reduce systemic inflammation, and that matters because chronic inflammation is one of the root causes of fatigue, joint pain, brain fog, and yes, sexual dysfunction. When your body is constantly battling low-grade inflammation, your blood vessels don't work properly. Your hormones don't signal correctly. Your energy dips. Cloves help by calming that storm, giving your cells a chance to repair and your systems a chance to reset. But it gets better. Eugenol also improves blood circulation. This is key. Think about it. Every function that matters in your daily vitality depends on one thing: how efficiently blood moves through your body. Better blood flow means more oxygen, more nutrients, more energy. It also means improved performance, both physical and sexual. And for men, cloves have another layer of benefit that often gets overlooked. They act as a natural aphrodisiac. That's not just folklore. In traditional medicine, Ayurveda, Unani, and Chinese practices, cloves have been used for centuries to boost male vitality, increase desire, and support reproductive health. Modern studies have backed this up, showing that cloves can help modulate testosterone levels and enhance sexual behavior in lab settings. One study published in Phytotherapy Research demonstrated that clove extract significantly increased mounting frequency in male rats, an established model for measuring libido. Now, we're not rats, but the mechanisms are remarkably similar when it comes to blood flow and hormonal stimulation. Beyond that, cloves support gut health, and that's something most men over 60 underestimate. Poor gut health affects everything from mood to immunity to hormone production. Cloves help kill off harmful bacteria in the digestive tract, reduce gas and bloating, and support the kind of gut environment that keeps your entire system running efficiently. And here's something practical. Cloves are also a natural analgesic, a pain reliever. In fact, eugenol is used in dental procedures for its numbing effect. So if you're dealing with inflammation-related pain, mild arthritis, joint discomfort, adding cloves to your regimen could offer real relief without relying on synthetic painkillers. I've had patients come in complaining of low energy, soft muscle tone, even changes in their bedroom life. We look at their labs, and they're borderline, not bad enough for medication, but not optimal either. That's the perfect window for natural support. And cloves, in particular, have made a real difference for many of them when paired with broader lifestyle changes. This isn't hype. It's plant chemistry aligning with human biology. What's remarkable about cloves is that they do all this in a small, concentrated dose. You don't need large amounts to feel the benefits. Just a few dried buds, gently infused into a quality carrier, like olive oil, and you're giving your body a precise, natural tool to fight back against the slow creep of age-related decline. It's easy to overlook a spice, but sometimes what you're missing isn't a pill or a new gadget. It's something simple, ancient, and incredibly powerful that's been sitting in your kitchen cabinet all along. Olive oil's liquid gold benefits for longevity and drive. If there's one thing I tell my older male patients to start adding back into their daily routine, it's high-quality olive oil. Not the cheap, heavily processed kind, but real extra virgin olive oil, what the Greeks called liquid gold, and for good reason. Olive oil isn't just a healthy fat. It's a biochemical support system for your aging body, and it plays a direct role in energy, circulation, testosterone production, and even mental clarity. When used consistently and correctly, it supports the exact systems men over 60 start to notice weakening. Let's begin with the heart of it all, cardiovascular health. As a urologist, you might think I focus only on sexual health, but the truth is, nothing in the body exists in isolation. Sexual performance is often a downstream indicator of vascular health. If the arteries leading to your heart are clogged or stiff, the smaller, more delicate arteries elsewhere, like those critical for erectile function, are affected first. Olive oil is rich in monounsaturated fatty acids, especially oleic acid. These fats help reduce levels of LDL cholesterol, the type that clogs arteries, and improve HDL, which helps clear plaque. That means better blood flow, reduced risk of heart disease, and improved function across every system in the body. But the benefits of olive oil go beyond blood pressure and cholesterol. Olive oil is packed with polyphenols, powerful plant compounds that reduce oxidative stress. After 60, your cells are constantly battling free radical damage, basically internal rusting. These polyphenols act like molecular repairmen, neutralizing the damage and helping maintain cellular integrity. That's critical not just for longevity, but for maintaining your sharpness, your strength, and your independence. And here is where it connects directly to male vitality. Olive oil supports testosterone production. You may not hear this from mainstream medicine often, but nutrition plays a major role in hormonal health. Studies, including one published in the journal Endocrine, have shown that men who consume extra virgin olive oil regularly tend to have higher serum testosterone levels. Why? There are a few reasons. Olive oil enhances the function of Leydig cells in the testes. Those are the cells responsible for producing testosterone. It also helps your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins like D, E, and K, all of which are involved in hormone regulation, immune support, and tissue repair. On top of that, olive oil helps reduce insulin resistance. That's important because high blood sugar and poor insulin sensitivity are linked to lower testosterone, more belly fat, and slower metabolism. For men over 60, this is the cycle we're trying to break. Olive oil is one of the few natural foods that fights on all fronts: metabolic, hormonal, and cardiovascular. And don't forget the brain. Olive oil has been shown to reduce the risk of cognitive decline. The fats and antioxidants it contains nourish brain cells, protect against inflammation, and support memory. That mental clarity you sometimes feel slipping, this helps keep it sharp. Now a quick but important note: quality matters. The benefits I'm describing come from cold-pressed, extra virgin olive oil, ideally in a dark glass bottle sourced from reputable producers. Avoid oils labeled pure, light, or anything blended. Those are often stripped of their beneficial compounds during processing. In my practice, I've had men come back after just a few weeks of daily olive oil use, whether added to food or taken in small doses before bed, with subtle but clear improvements. Better energy, steadier mood, less joint stiffness, and even renewed intimacy in their relationships. This isn't hype. It's what happens when you support your biology with real food, used the way it was always meant to be used. If you're a man over 60 looking for strength, clarity, and presence, not just longevity but quality of life, start looking at olive oil not as a condiment but as a daily tool. Because aging isn't about stopping time. It's about learning how to fuel your body for the long road ahead. How to prepare and use this 2-ingredient night remedy. Now that you understand why cloves and olive oil are so powerful on their own, let's talk about how to actually use them together, safely, effectively, and consistently. Because when used the right way, this simple nighttime remedy can support circulation, hormone balance, energy, and even your quality of sleep. And the best part, you can prepare it in your own kitchen in under 5 minutes. This is the same method I've recommended to many of my older male patients, especially those who aren't ready for medications or want to try something natural first. It's not complicated, and it's certainly not exotic. But when you follow the process carefully, you give your body the tools it needs to recharge during the hours when healing happens, at night. Start with 3 to 4 whole cloves. You can find these at any grocery store. Make sure they're whole and aromatic. Freshness matters. Lightly crush them with the back of a spoon or a mortar and pestle. Don't grind them into powder. You want the oils released, not destroyed. Crushing the cloves activates their essential compounds, including eugenol, which supports circulation and reduces inflammation. Next, add the crushed cloves to 1 to 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. This must be high-quality, cold-pressed oil. It should have a rich color and a bit of a peppery finish when tasted. That kick is from the polyphenols, exactly what we're looking for. Now let that mixture sit for at least 20 minutes. This gives the oil time to draw out the medicinal properties of the cloves. You don't need to heat it. In fact, avoid high temperatures. They break down the delicate antioxidants in the oil. Room temperature infusion is ideal. Once it's infused, you have 2 safe and effective ways to use it. Option 1, ingestion. Take 1 teaspoon of the infused oil about 30 minutes before bed. I recommend starting small, just half a teaspoon for the first few nights to make sure your stomach tolerates it well. You're not taking this for calories. You're taking it for its bioactive compounds. This small dose helps support your digestive system, encourages hormone balance, and may improve blood flow while you sleep. Remember, your body performs its deepest repair work overnight. This remedy helps give it what it needs to do that work more efficiently. Option 2, topical application. For men who may not tolerate oil internally, I often recommend applying the infused oil topically, either to the lower abdomen or the soles of the feet. The skin is highly absorbent in these areas, especially before bed. Gently massage a small amount into the skin in circular motions. This promotes circulation and creates a calming effect, which may also help you fall asleep faster. Choose one method, don't do both at once, and always listen to your body. Some patients ask me, how often should I do this? The answer is consistency over time. Try it nightly for 2 weeks, then reassess. If you feel better, more rested in the morning, clearer mentally, more stable emotionally, that's your signal to keep going. To enhance the effects, combine this remedy with a bedtime routine that supports deep sleep. Dim the lights an hour before bed. Turn off screens. Avoid eating late. A calm mind helps your nervous system reset, and the cloves and olive oil can do their work more effectively in a relaxed body. One caution: if you're on blood-thinning medication, speak to your doctor before adding cloves to your diet, as they can mildly enhance blood thinning. Also, anyone with known allergies to clove or olive oil should avoid this entirely. That said, for the majority of healthy men over 60, this remedy is incredibly safe and often surprisingly effective. It's not a quick fix. It's a gentle, intelligent tool to support your body's natural processes. You don't need to reinvent your life. Sometimes the biggest difference comes from the smallest change done every night, quietly, faithfully, and with purpose. Precautions, tips, and when to expect results. Here is something I always emphasize with my patients. Natural doesn't mean risk-free, and results, real, lasting results, don't happen overnight. But with the right expectations, a little patience, and smart precautions, this simple remedy of cloves and olive oil can become a safe, sustainable part of your routine, especially if you're over 60 and trying to feel just a little more like yourself again. Let's talk first about who should not use this remedy without medical guidance. If you're taking blood thinners like warfarin, clove oil can enhance their effects due to its natural anticoagulant properties. It's not common, but it's possible. The same goes for those on anti-inflammatory medications or diabetes drugs. Clove and olive oil can subtly influence blood sugar and circulation, so you don't want any unexpected interactions. Always check with your primary care physician or pharmacist before adding new herbal compounds, especially if you're managing multiple medications. Another group that should proceed with caution: men with ulcers, GERD, or sensitive digestion. While a teaspoon of infused oil seems harmless, some people have underlying gut inflammation that may react to strong essential oils, clove especially. If you experience discomfort, bloating, or heartburn after taking this remedy orally, switch to topical use instead. Many of my patients with sensitive stomachs respond well to using the infused oil on the lower abdomen or feet at night. Now let's talk about expectations. I've had patients try this for 2 nights and come back frustrated. That's not how this works. This isn't a pill. You're working with nature here. Think in weeks, not hours. For most men, especially those who are relatively active and eating clean, you may start to notice subtle improvements within 7 to 10 days. More restful sleep, fewer nighttime awakenings, a bit more clarity in the morning, a slight shift in energy. And for some, especially those struggling with low drive, you may start to feel a quiet return of interest, of confidence, of presence in your body again. After 3 to 4 weeks, if used consistently alongside a healthy routine, the benefits can become more noticeable. Better blood flow, fewer joint aches, improved stamina, and a more stable mood. In some cases, men report more spontaneity and satisfaction in their relationships, not because of any drastic change, but because they simply feel better in their own skin. Now here are some simple tips to maximize the effect. Use it at the same time every night. Your body responds well to rhythm. Taking this an hour before bed trains your nervous system to anticipate rest and repair. Pair it with hydration. A glass of water 30 minutes before taking the remedy can support better absorption and kidney function overnight. Reduce sugar and processed carbs in the evening. These foods spike insulin, block hormone repair, and work directly against everything cloves and olive oil are trying to help with. Breathe deeply before bed. I know it sounds too simple, but a few minutes of deep, slow breathing actually improves circulation and prepares your body for restorative sleep. Track how you feel, keep a journal, or just make a mental note each morning. Are you sleeping better, feeling clearer, more emotionally steady? These are signs the remedy is working. And lastly, don't stop just because you don't see fireworks after a few days. I've had older patients tell me they didn't even realize how much better they felt until they missed 3 nights in a row. That's the nature of subtle, powerful change. It often creeps in quietly, improving the background hum of your life without a dramatic drum roll. You're not chasing youth, you're strengthening vitality. You're giving your body a chance to operate the way it still can when given the right support. The truth is, aging doesn't mean letting go of strength or desire or drive. It means learning how to work with your body instead of against it. And sometimes, that starts with nothing more than a few crushed cloves and a spoonful of olive oil, taken with intention every night before bed. So there you have it. Cloves and olive oil. 2 ingredients you probably already have in your kitchen. But when you use them with intention, they become something more. A simple way to support your body where it matters most. Circulation, energy, sleep, and strength. You don't need to overhaul your life. Small changes done daily can shift the way you age, quietly, steadily, and naturally. Now I want to hear from you. If you try this, come back to the comments and tell me what you notice after a week or 2. Every story helps another man take the first step. And if you found this video helpful, please like it and subscribe to Glowing Age. That small action helps me continue creating real content for men over 60 who deserve real answers, not gimmicks. Until next time, keep listening to your body. It still knows what to do, you just have to give it the right support.